Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back. You found it. This is the Bible Bistro, where we make all of our Bible studies from 100% pure Bible that's locally sourced, responsibly handled, free of GMOs, and all the other bad stuff. So just come on in. It's really good for you. We got a big helping heaping today of gospel preaching because we're going right back to the Gospels today. And we saw yesterday how we have the tie-in, Psalm 22, verse 6, Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3, prophesies about the despising of the people. They despised this man on the cross. Well, today we're going to read verses 7 and 8, and we have the look at what they actually say, and then we're going to compare what David tells us they say with what Matthew tells us they said. I want to remind you about our Facebook page. You can find Daily Dose Radio, Reverend David B. Smith. On our Facebook page, you'll have information about the show. You'll have also the podcasts uploaded there every day. Also, check out my-dailydose.com. That's our website. We meet there together on the interweb, so check it out, my-dailydose.com. Look at verses 7 and 8 with me. All who see me will mock me. They will separate the lip, shaking the head. He depends on the Lord. Let him deliver him. Let him rescue him, for he trusted in him. Well, there you go. There's 7 and 8, and if you have any knowledge of the Passion of Christ, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait a minute, where have I heard that before? You see, David, years and years and years and years and years, hundreds of years before Christ, wrote this. He saw what was going to happen on the cross. And then what we see in Matthew chapter 27, well, let me just turn over there in my Bible, and if I have that open, yes I do, I will read that for you, beginning with verse 39. And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads. All right? What did they do? They did exactly what verse 7 said. All who see me mock me. They will separate the lips, shaking the head. So, verse 39, they passed by, they reviled him, they wagged their heads. Now, you'll notice that it says they separate the lip. That is, they sneered at him. That's a good way to translate that. They sneered at him, which is what you do to somebody you despise, right? He's a reproach of a man, despised of the people. All who see me mock me. They separate the lips, shaking the head. And that's what Matthew tells us the passers-by did. Then notice verse 40. And saying, Thou that destroyest the temple and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. Likewise also the chief priest, mocking him with the scribes and elders, said, He saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusted in God, let him deliver him now, if he will have him, for he said, I am the Son of God. Well, there it is in verse 43. You see, David quotes the crowd, He depends on the Lord, let him deliver him. Let him rescue him, for he trusted in him. And in verse 43, we have the scribes and the Pharisees saying, He trusted in God, let him deliver him now, if he will have him. So there it is. So the psalmist looks down into the future and sees exactly what's about to take place and records it for us before it even happens. And then the actual events confirm the prophecy of Psalm 22. This is the Savior. He suffered for us. He was despised for us. He was mocked for us. The people abused him, and all for the sins that he did not commit, all for ours. Join me again tomorrow, and we'll look at verses 9 and 10 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.